What's up, guys? This is Aaron Westfall, aka Rainier, casting a game between a Terran and a Protoss with my boys.
Tom Dale, aka Funis.
And Bob Frost.
This game was uploaded to r/castit, which is a subreddit oriented around any player at all uploading a replay of themselves and experimental casters casting it. So
yeah, sums it up.
We're gonna do our best here to bring the action to you at home. This map is Tal'Darim Altar. It's a nice big map on the jungle tile set. It's got 4 Zelnaga watch taverns. Towers? How about towers? Let's try towers.
Let's go
It
towers.
might as well be taverns.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you want to.
You sit there for a while.
You want to be at the tower.
You kind of hang out, you know.
You want to be at the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe they should start serving this.
Yeah.
There's
I think
Zelnaga tavern.
Maybe that's a business idea.
that is.
See, there's that guy. Well,
Probably-
he didn't like that one.
He made a quick stop. There was no hotties there, so he bounced. This probe is very selective.
How many minerals per beer?
That's gonna be the hard marketing decision for the tavern owner.
And is it like happy hour at the beginning of the map and minerals are, hard to come by?
Yeah, no, dude, beers are definitely gonna be like quarter price in the first 10 minutes.
So he quickly scouted straight to the Terran, so that was pretty lucky for him.
He got lucky on that scout for sure.
Yeah, that was good. And then he's going the opposite way, it looks like.
The Terran doesn't know, yeah. So he did see, what was that, a 14 racks?
Yeah. Just quick racks coming up.
You'd think.
Protoss, getting the gas, pretty usual. Run down that pylon in the gateway. Terran have his gas yet? Nope, doesn't look like it. So, he could be going for maybe a double racks, put on some pressure, but he doesn't know where he is.
I feel like if he wanted to do that, he should have put them maybe out here at this ramp.
Closer, that's true.
Or
Plus,
maybe,
he doesn't know where he is.
Right, or maybe even out here. You've seen a lot of Terrans do this lately in the GSL, where they put their first barracks in a location that is not easily scouted, just to kind of freak their opponent out.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
then
a mind game.
Right, and then it just actually makes the distance. They can just lift it off, land it down here, and it just makes that running distance for the Marine a lot closer. And it doesn't cost the Terran anything, but it really denies the opponent a bunch of information.
Oh yeah, and it can really freak them out, and they can start,
start changing their games. It seems like Tokyn should have known by how fast that probe showed up where Myboyblue was.
Yeah.
Who is ironically red in this matchup.
Yeah, yeah. And that's actually something that at the pro level, a player will notice based on how many seconds into the game the scout shows up. He'll be able to read the position off of that. I think this game is maybe a diamond level game or maybe a masters, but it's really really fine, fine nuance kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's still hard to tell.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like both players are getting up a quick expand here. 1 gate expand, 1 barracks expand. So
orienting for a macro game as this map is quite large. I like this Marine spread. Even at this early stage in the game, he's thinking about what happens if I get attacked.
Yeah.
With maybe a surprise, something that I'm not expecting, and he's got himself geared up and ready for it. I like that a lot.
One stalker comes in, or just a probe to scout.
Yeah.
They'll quickly surround them.
Yeah,
and
exactly. A lot of players are just kind of lazy about that. They'll just leave their Marines in a small tight group, and then that actually leaves an opportunity for a probe to kind of sneak around.
Yeah,
and sometimes that just gives the opponent more information than you want them to have. So
throwing down a couple more racks.
Another command. A fast third.
And now I've seen this there. He's probably going to make them all orbitals and not necessarily expand to a third spot, but just have that extra mule.
Extra mule economy, and it doesn't cost you any extra supply.
Pay for itself really quickly.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Get more of them Marines.
A few more probes coming out to the natural for Protoss. I'm interested to see what the tech route is going to be for Protoss. He's got the robotics facility.
Robotics facility. He's probably going to go, Colossus. I mean, that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's scouted has he seen that? No.
He really has pretty limited.
Yeah.
Both players have really limited scouting information so far,
and this is smart, getting the quick observer so he can
definitely
decide where he wants to go from there.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Just kind of a conservative choice, but all around, it's not. It's just the safest move, I think, in this
definitely.
situation.
All right, taking some more gases over here, putting down some reactors on the barracks. It looks like
Supply is very even, 43 to 43. Worker count also really even, 28 probes versus 29 SCVs with a few more mules in there. So the income's
looking pretty good for the Terrans.
Aside from that observer, they're really not doing that much scouting.
No, and this is something that I think kind of defines the gap between, say, a Masters level player and a Grandmasters level player. A Grandmaster or a Pro is just almost constantly gathering information at one point or another on the opponent. There's almost constantly an interaction between his units and your units, or his units and your buildings, whereas a lower level player will let that interaction be stagnant for minutes at a time and just do his own thing.
Yeah, just kind of like, I'm going to build this.
It seems like Terrans, just like they're picking a strategy.
Exactly.
It's going to work or it's going to not
Although
work.
Terran does have scans, he's probably not spending a lot, but he does have, if he's in that extra orbital, he'll be able to have a little extra energy to put through those scans. But it looks like he's just going heavy bio, grabbing 1/1 upgrades, stim. He's probably going to try and push in there at a time and see if he can get some damage done with Protoss.
He really just has to worry about not overcommitting and not missing a big tech switch from the Protoss player. The Protoss player has got a really well-rounded, a few Zealots, a couple Stalkers, a few Sentries, and an Immortal. Forge is coming up. I would like to see maybe some chrono-boosted upgrades at this point.
Yeah, and see, that's smart for the Terran. He's already started his upgrades because Protoss can do that chrono boosting, and you don't want to get behind.
Exactly. So it's going to be a little stagnant here, a couple more minutes while these players really just get their macro going.
It looks like Red's getting ready to take his third. That's smart. At least get those rocks. Don't leave those units sitting around doing absolutely nothing.
It's weird that he's been so high block for so long.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's actually really sloppy from our Protoss player. My boy Red. There's really no reason at all for him to be behind on pylons. I mean, what he really should be doing is even putting pylons in obscure locations. Over here.
Or at least down by blue,
down here. And sorry, those were actually really terrible locations. These would be good ideas, like behind here. Maybe over here, just someplace where you can actually spot army movements and.
Maybe you can give himself flanking armies.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Reinforcement.
He sees Terran move out. He warps in a couple Zealots. He runs in and sees if he can do some damage there.
Totally.
Zealots are cheap. Protoss armies are very gas heavy.
Totally.
So he can kind of throw away the minerals to try and do some damage.
Yeah, I would like to see definitely more pylon spread from Myboyblue.
Looks like Terran's finally pushed out, taking that watchtower. That's a really strong watchtower for these positions. I mean,
definitely, that is the key.
No one's going to go all the way around the map to get away from that.
Right.
From that watchtower.
Right.
So that's a good spot to have.
In the siege war that will surely follow, Sans siege tanks is going to orient around this high ground right here and this ramp up here. So this is really probably the key conflict point for this matchup.
And the other spot is right here. They can put up siege tanks right on that and really harass them. Fly a medevac up there for vision. They can put the siege tanks right there.
Siege tanks on the low ground.
Hit that expansion, and it's a pretty strong spot.
And the really annoying thing for the defend player in that situation is that you have to try and decide how many units do I want to send here to attack, and then how many units do I want to send down around to try and flank, because the number of units you send to each position is so critical. If you send too many up top, they're going to take too much damage initially. If you send too many down below, they're not going to get there quick enough, and it's such a tough balance to strike, and it's so hard to do. And it's really easy for a Terran player to just siege up there.
Yeah, drop coming in up the left side here.
Oh, good spot.
Ooh, if he sees that third.
Nice. There we go. That's. It just finishes too. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Going to multiple spots too. He's taking that other medevac up to the main.
You should probably stim right here just to get enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Snipe. It looks like you.
Oh, there's the stim, and he's gonna run away. Good.
That's smart.
Nicely done.
Nothing to get killed. They pushed the whole army out, and now he's coming into the main, where he can probably get some good damage.
Hopefully, some probe kills here for Tokyn.
bad. 3 observers coming in for the triple observers.
He's going to scout that shit so hard.
Alright, so he's getting out of
And
there.
nice redropping. Yeah, that's really nicely done. The army actually moved away from that position, and he's getting us some more pro kills.
Yeah, that's pretty good multitasking.
If we can see the workers kill
20
tab.
workers killed.
21. Oh, man. Yeah, that's huge. That's really nicely done there.
Yeah, that's good. And I think he might have spotted the robotics bay when he was in there, because he's starting Viking production, and she's going to stop that Colossus.
Maybe not. How did he not see that?
Did he not see it?
I guess not.
Additional supply
Oh, yeah, maybe that was it. No, that's okay.
So, I mean, maybe he just knows that this is the timing that he needs to get some Vikings out.
Yeah.
Maybe
supplies
he saw
are.
the Colossus. I don't know.
I don't know how the supplies got so out of hand, but Tokyn is up by 60 supply right now.
He got that third base down. Look at the barracks. I mean, look at the barracks. He's obviously keeping up.
Oh my gooses!
I don't know if he's quite that many, but he's really pumping out the Marine Marauder medevac. I mean, no factory units, nothing.
Yeah, army supply and worker supply really strongly in Terran's favor right now.
I mean, he's got 40 more workers.
So knowing that this is going to be bio only, what should Protoss do? Get out some more.
He's got a turtle. He can't move out right now.
Well, he can move out. No, I mean this
he's
is
got
fine.
A turtle,
he's pushing, but what he needs is to get that Colossus count up.
Yeah,
because
Okay, so he's gonna go back home. What I think he should do is probably try and take like 2 secret expansions and just bet on one of them dying. Seriously, and hope that one of them survives long enough for him to get the gas. He needs so much gas right now. He needs to be on like 6 gas.
He needs
to get that Colossus count high enough.
So Tokyn's maxed here, and it's 80 supply ahead. Really, he should just go in.
Oh, he should definitely start a push now. He's getting goats for EMP on that army.
If his scouting was a little better, it seems like this game would probably be over by now.
I think that Myboyblue is actually doing a better job scouting. He's had so many observers.
I've seen him have an observer, which is good because you don't want to just lose that observer, but maybe not that many. I mean, that's cutting back from his Colossus production, which he so desperately needs right now.
Right, and actually, that's a good point, Tom. I think that he may actually have overmade observers, and probably that's what hurt him in that double drop scenario was that he didn't have the units to fight those drops. He had the observers instead.
Right,
so.
And even if he has that many observers, they're just in a little clump flying around. He needs to have those spread out so he sees the drop coming.
And also, the observers are only as good as your reaction time. If you don't have the reaction time to see something happening on the minimap and then move your stalkers or your zealot or do a warp in quick enough, it's just not going to really make that much of a difference. So if you're a player with a lower reaction timing,
it's a battle here.
And I know for sure that I'm a player with a low reaction time. You've got to just put cannons up, or missile turrets, or spine crawlers. Yeah. You can't rely on those observers and a warp in. So
kind of a low Viking count for the Colossus, but I mean he just has so much.
And I think he's really just going to rely on that big bank. Nice battle right here. Good concave for the Terran player.
Good force fields down there.
Yeah, really nice force fields.
Off about a third of the army.
Really blocking off the surface area that the Terran player can get.
That was a really good defense.
Really good trade. Yeah, that was a good trade for our Protoss player, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Look how quickly he's maxed back out. He had all of those barracks.
He immediately remaxes, takes out the third. There's just not enough mining for our Protoss player here, and I think that even though the red player is doing a really good job of defending, he's really making the best of this trade, but just too much brute force. Too much brute force for the Terran player,
He didn't use those stalkers to get rid of those. I mean, there was only 4 or 6, I don't remember, Vikings.
He needed to really focus down those the
Colossus only to cope with taking out that bio army.
Right. Yeah. So. The only unit that can really trade.
And with the force fields, I mean, the Marauders weren't going to be able to stem and run up and get him, so he really needed to focus down.
And we have that clump of.
We have more observers and zealots.
There were 4. Now that this one actually decided to go.
Maybe do something slightly
do his own thing. Yeah.
So I mean, blue pulled back, but I mean, look at the supplies. It's over 100 supply difference.
59 to 171.
As well as
2 base Protoss
to like a 5.
Yeah.
5 base Terran. Yeah. I mean, in Terran, I don't think he needed so many barracks, but because of that, he had a bank when he went in there. He waited in the middle till he got that bank. He made that trade, even if it went not favorable to him at all. He just boom.
Yeah, he knew that he had the resources behind it to remax much quicker than the Protoss player did.
Yes.
And so that gave him the freedom.
He still has the bank too, so
I mean, his income is leaps and bounds ahead of his opponent.
So far ahead, I don't know it's going to matter, but it seems like if you had that big a bank, maybe you could think about a different.
Oh yeah, he can run in here and lose this whole thing, and it doesn't even matter.
He knew that he had a big margin of error there. So this gives him the ability to attack up a ramp against Colossus, which normally would be not.
Takes it all out.
Yeah, stems in
and
GG.
Pretty good game by both players. Blue, though, just kind of out-macroed him.
Really excellent Terran macro there, yeah.
And that one double drop there in the middle really helped him out there. He killed how many workers?
23 or something like that.
20, yeah.
It cut into the economy.
That's what it was. He killed an insane amount of workers, so...
It cut into the economy of the Protoss player, and he really was never able to recover from that.
No, he never... And then he lost the third... things just did not go well.
It kind of snowballed.
Myboyblue.
Yeah.
God,
my boy Red. My boy Red!
My boy.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys.